Hello there, and welcome back to Reels Reactions with Brandon Pacheco. And this is about Obi-Wan part 2. Spoiler alert coming up.
This is where the fun begins.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I said spoiler alert. But I enjoyed this episode a lot more than I did the last episode. This episode kind of cranked it up a little, and it's interesting. Like Obi-Wan, he goes into this Blade Runner place, and the Inquisitor people are there. This is all and I'm not sure if I'm telling this in any order, so I apologize. I'm going on, more or less, this is what I think of the show, and, a small little review with that. I highly recommend you should watch this episode before you watch any review or my review for this. It's a really great show. Please like and subscribe if you hadn't already. Alright guys, let's get back into this review. So, Obi-Wan, he's going into this real seedy looking Blade Runner-esque place, and he runs across this girl who I thought it was kind of odd, like the camera's kind of focusing in on her for a minute. I'm like, why should we know her? And I got to looking it up. This is actually Ewan McGregor's, his actual daughter makes a cameo appearance in this episode, trying to sell him spice, which I interpret as like some type of drug, I guess. Again, let me go into spoilers. Spoiler alert. The Inquisitor people are there as some elaborate plot to get Obi-Wan. This was some well-orchestrated, elaborate plot set by the Lady Inquisitor. I don't know any of their names. And the other one with the weird lightsaber that's like a circle that he puts on his back. Not the one with the helmet. He gets to questioning her, and they get into it real bad, which it's interesting in itself about them, and I think it's kind of neat, because I was like, well, who in the world are these people? They're not really Sith. They're fallen Jedi, and apparently their powers are that they can gather and find Jedi because they once was Jedi. I don't know. I mean, it's world building and it's interesting. Like, I don't recognize if this is something from a Star Wars book or something, or cartoon, I guess. I probably didn't know. I mean, I've only really paid attention to the movies. Okay, so the Inquisitors, they're getting into it. That one Inquisitor, he's like, I know what your motive is to get Obi-Wan here. Her elaborate plot was she felt some sense of Force connection between, or seen some type of thing in the Jedi archives of Anakin and Obi-Wan and their close relationship. So she used Obi-Wan, I guess, as a bargaining chip to maybe get her way up or work her way up into the Empire, maybe, as some type of something with Vader. I don't really know, but that's kind of more or less what I was gathering. And she just they get into it and she just murders that guy. I love it. I was kind of hoping that's what was going to happen. I was like, these guys are just going to get so power hungry and angry that they're just going to wind up killing each other without Obi-Wan having to do anything. And I was actually right. I was like, yes. I was like, a great accurate prediction. But then, so Obi-Wan finds Kamal Nanjiani. He's in the shadows or whatever, and he finally pops out and he's like, that's not right, and calls him out on some things. He don't really confront him in an aggressive way. He's more he more or less just tells him, what you're doing is wrong, and maybe, don't do it. But I don't know, I guess Obi-Wan really makes an effect on Kamal Nanjiani because he tries to help Obi-Wan in his cause a little bit. Or Obi-Wan provokes him. That's what it was. I think he tells him that he'll turn him in or something like that. So he finds Leia, and or where she's being held at with Flea, and he uses the spice to like knock or subdue Flea, knock him out, and goes and gets Leia. And I love Leia. She like kicks him, Obi-Wan, as he tries to like, you know, get her. And it's so great. Like, I think the kid playing her is really doing a really great job, like, as far as giving the character of Leia justice, because Leia's very, even as a kid, very just strong-minded, but, you know, she's just kind of like, who is this old creep, you know, saying he's gonna help me and he knows my dad? Like, I love that about her. And Obi-Wan's like, look, you know, it's hard, it's complicated to, you know, explain, but he finally gets her to listen some, but she's like, starts like, or maybe it's something like this or something like that, you know, and he's like, we should not draw attention to ourselves, which happens. They absolutely start drawing attention to them. It's really funny. I did notice that she called him scruffy looking, which I remember her telling Han that he was scruffy looking.
Expressed her true feelings for me.
What? Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerve herder.
Who's scruffy looking? You must have hit pretty close to the mark. You get her all riled up like that, huh, kid?
Like Leia, she's like, this little kid playing Leia is like very much Leia. She's not embarrassing or annoying like Anakin.
Yippee!
She's like kind of pretty much Leia already. Just kind of, you know, like, where's my role in all of this? I know I'm a strong female character, but where do I belong in this galaxy? I don't know. She's fun. And I think it's kind of neat. Her and Obi-Wan work together trying to escape from this place. Obi-Wan does run into, I think, the Inquisitor lady, and something happens. I think Kamal Nanjiani or something helps him escape. I want to cut this a little short. I don't want to tell every little last detail. And the Inquisitor lady, as they're like having a moment of talking, she kind of informs Obi-Wan that Anakin's still alive. See, I always thought and believed possibly that he thought Anakin was dead, maybe for a little bit at the end of Revenge of the Sith. So this adds a little extra layer of something. I'm just not sure like what. But she tells, you know, Obi-Wan, like, you know, he's still alive and everything. So you know, when Obi-Wan and Leia find a ship or a transport, I'm not sure what exactly they get in. He kind of has just this like moment where he kind of, you know, stares off and like kind of like focuses in into the Force. He says, Anakin, and like we see like Hayden Christensen in a Bacta tank as Darth Vader, and he opens his eyes or whatever. And so, and the show ends, and I was like, oh my goodness. I actually got chills on that. I was like, you know, this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking this. I cannot wait for part 3, what that's gonna entail. I think there's a lot you can do with this, and I really, really like this part of Star Wars, I think. Like Rogue One, I think, is a little interesting. It's probably one of the best movies. It's probably one of the best Star Wars movies Disney's ever made. I mean, the whole sequel trilogies, I mean, I like 1, 2, and 3, Rogue One and Revenge of the Sith, and that's me with Star Wars. But there's a lot I think you can do with this. I think this is a great series. I can't wait to see where all this is going to go. But thank you guys for watching and tuning in, and may the Force be with you guys. All right, bye.